Across continents and centuries, the story of humanity is woven with threads of both division and unity. The world is a vibrant tapestry of cultures, beliefs, and identities. Yet so often these differences become lines that separate us. Race, religion, politics, and the pursuit of power have shaped our history, fueling conflict and misunderstanding. But as we face challenges that threaten not just individual nations, but the very future of our species, from devastating wars and deep-seated inequality to the existential threat of climate change and the dizzying pace of technological change, the question grows ever more urgent. Can humanity transcend its divisions and come together as one? To answer this, we first need to understand why these divisions exist. Humans by nature are tribal. For millennia, survival depended on the strength and cohesion of small groups, families, clans, and tribes. These close-knit units fostered a sense of belonging and safety, but also drew boundaries between us and them. As civilizations grew, these boundaries shifted to encompass new identities, nations, religions, ideologies. Differences that once helped us survive now often serve to keep us apart. The instinct to protect our own can morph into suspicion, prejudice, and even hatred of those who seem different. History is filled with attempts, some earnest, some ambitious, and some deeply flawed, to build bridges across these divides. Empires like Rome and Persia sought to unify diverse peoples under a single banner, sometimes through force, sometimes through cultural exchange. Religions such as Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam have, at various times, preached universal brotherhood and the idea of a single human family. In the aftermath of world wars that left scars on every continent, the 20th century brought new efforts. The League of Nations, and later the United Nations, were founded on the hope that nations could work together to prevent future catastrophes. Movements for civil rights, decolonization, and human rights have sought to affirm the fundamental dignity of every person, regardless of background. Yet time and again, these attempts have collided with the stubborn realities of human nature and the structures of power. Even as we build alliances and institutions, old resentments and new grievances simmer beneath the surface. Nationalism, with its fierce pride in country and suspicion of outsiders, continues to shape politics from America to Europe to Asia. Hatred, sometimes fanned by leaders or media, still finds fertile ground in a world where economic inequality leaves millions feeling left behind. And in many places, the promises of unity are undermined by discrimination, injustice, and the persistence of historical wounds. In recent decades, technology and globalization have brought the world closer together than ever before. The internet lets a teenager in Nairobi connect instantly with a counterpart in Tokyo. Global trade has made economies interdependent, with goods and ideas flowing across borders at the speed of light. Social media can amplify both the best and worst of humanity, helping organize movements for justice but also spreading misinformation and hate. The COVID-19 pandemic revealed both the power and the limits of global cooperation. Scientists shared data and vaccines across borders, but vaccine nationalism and misinformation also flourished. While technology has the potential to unite us, it also creates new divides. The digital world can reinforce echo chambers, where people hear only voices that confirm their beliefs. Artificial intelligence, automation, and other advances threaten to widen the gap between those who benefit from the new economy and those who are left behind. And in an age of information overload, it can be harder than ever to distinguish truth from propaganda. Barriers to unity run deep. Nationalism appeals to our longing for identity and pride. Economic inequality breeds resentment and fuels political extremism. Political polarization, amplified by social media and partisan media, makes dialogue difficult. Religious and ethnic tensions, sometimes centuries old, erupt into violence with tragic regularity. Even efforts at unity can be met with suspicion, seen as threats to local culture, autonomy, or tradition. But these barriers are not insurmountable. History also shows what is possible when people choose empathy over division, dialogue over violence, and cooperation over competition. The fall of apartheid in South Africa, the peaceful revolutions that ended the Cold War, the global mobilization against diseases like smallpox and polio, these moments remind us that change is possible. When people see their fates as intertwined, when leaders rise who appeal to our better angels, when societies invest in education and opportunity, the arc of history can bend toward unity. So, what would it take for humanity to finally unite? There is no single answer, no magic formula, but certain principles shine through. First, education is key. When people learn about other cultures, histories, and perspectives, prejudice fades. Schools that teach critical thinking, empathy, and global citizenship plant the seeds for a more united world. Second, economic justice matters. As long as billions live in poverty while a few enjoy unimaginable wealth, resentment and division will persist. Fairer systems, where everyone has access to healthcare, education, and opportunity, can foster solidarity. Third, leadership makes a difference. Leaders who listen, build consensus, and model respect for all can inspire others to do the same. History is shaped by those who dare to imagine a different future. Fourth, technology must be harnessed for good. Platforms that encourage dialogue, learning, and connection across borders can help erode prejudice and misinformation. But this requires vigilance, regulation, and a shared commitment to truth. Fifth, shared challenges can bring us together. Climate change, pandemics, and other global crises do not respect borders. They demand collective action and remind us of our shared destiny. Above all, unity does not mean uniformity. The goal is not a world where everyone thinks, looks, or believes the same, but one where our diversity is a source of strength, not division. Where we recognize our common humanity, even as we celebrate our differences. The path to global unity will be long and difficult. There will be setbacks, disappointments, and moments of despair. But if history teaches us anything, it is that progress is possible. When we choose hope over fear, cooperation over conflict, and compassion over hatred, we take another step toward the world we dream of. A world united, not by force or coercion, but by the recognition that we are, in the end, one human family. Subscribe for more deep dive videos on humanity.